we are going to drag a few more assets into our scene, which we can multi-select by Control and left-clicking multiple assets. Alternatively, we can left-click the first asset, then Shift left-click the last asset. Now we can drag them directly into our scene. The position of all of these assets will be correct by default, all at 0, 0, 0, which is the center of the scene in 3D space. However, we do need to adjust a few things. First of all, as our background blur is just above the background layer, we will leave its sort order at 0. For the others, let's go through and adjust them. So speed back graphics is at 1, speed scale is at 2, mini gauge is at 3, and our needle is at 4. By default, our needle is pointing straight up at 0 rotation, but we want to rotate it to be 0 on our meter. To do that, we need to adjust its rotation attribute. More specifically, we need to adjust its Z rotation. As we learned in an earlier video, the Z axis points from the center to the background of our 3D space. Axes of rotation can be thought of as being like a needle which is stuck through the center of an object. If we put a needle through our graphic pointing towards the background and rotated it, we would get the rotation we need. So let's adjust the Z rotation now to around -132. Next, we need to create a text object which will display our speed. So create a text object in the scene outliner by clicking the plus icon and selecting text from the drop-down. When we create an object, we can start typing to immediately give it a descriptive name. As this will represent the value of our speed, we're going to call this speed text. To rename existing objects, like the 1x1 sprite I created earlier, you can right-click on it and select rename. We're going to call this background color. Now let's take a look at the attributes of the text object. First, let's set the sort index to 5 so that it is on top of the other objects. If we scroll out, you will see that the text is black by default. To change that, we can go to Text, Font Color, and set this to the hex code D8E3F3. Now it will be much more visible on our background. The next thing we'll do is set the font size, which is also under the text category. Let's set this to 60 pixels by using either the slider or typing the value into the field. We can also change the default value of the text by typing in the value field. I'm going to set this to 220 for now, which is the maximum amount on the gauge. Then under size, set the width to 112 and the height to 60, same as our font size. Let's also move the position down by a couple of pixels. So once again, to move it down, that's on the y-axis. As we can see that the text fits within its bounds, we can change the text value to 0, which will be the initial value. You can also change the font family type, change the alignment, transform the case, which obviously won't work with numerical characters, but we are just going to leave these values at their defaults. There are a few other more advanced features regarding fonts, such as custom typefaces and CSS styling, but this is beyond the scope of this tutorial series. So now we have all of our visual elements in place. Next, we are going to start adding interactivity to our speed meter using one of the most powerful modules in Incari, the logic editor.